Our heroes are going into the woods. It's time to go. They hate to leave. They have to, though. They must begin their journey with statues, research, and old men. Blame everything on algae in this week's episode of Mercenaries in Retrograde.
Yes, we go get a cart. How much money is that?
Let me see. I think it's 50 gold pieces? 50 gold pieces for self-driving cart.
And evil. So that's fine.
I'm so sorry.
I have 29.
I have a whole 125.
Yeah, I've got 116. So maybe me and Simmon can split it, and we'll let our 29 gold friend, because you bought us all the trinkets. So.
I was gonna say, yeah, I bought you all shit. That's why I have so little.
Yeah.
Hey, someone do the math for me. What's 116 minus 25? That's 90.
75 plus 16 is 91. Yes.
That's such a smart way to do that.
You're welcome.
I'm on this podcast to look pretty, not to do math, and that is really unfortunate, being that it is an audio medium.
You can sound pretty too.
Listen, as the closest thing this podcast has to a woman, which is not very close, but I think I look the most femme out of everyone on this podcast. It's not my job to do math. It's my job to sit here and look pretty. I'm the only one playing a girl too.
While you are the most femme, you are also the Ken.
Yeah.
That's so good. I gotta put my Ken sunglasses on, my reflective sunglasses to reflect Barbie's greatness, and my shaded sunglasses to hide my sadness.
Yeah. It's
Guys,
really
I haven't seen the Barbie movie yet, but I really want to. It came out
I
today.
want you to.
The day we are filming this, it came out today, so of course I haven't seen it yet, but...
Anyway, you guys are able to make your way on the road. You shaved a day off of travel. It should only take you a day from here. So you should get there at night.
Nice.
Yeah, it's you guys haven't gone this far up before. You we're at the edge of Renaissance, the first little outing you guys took to where the fucked up beetle was. And you kind of go past that region. And it's a lot more hilly, and there's a little bit more trees and other greenery out here than on the southern half of this continent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a definitely a change in pace. It's not like the forests of Fleur. It's not a very densely packed plant life. It's just something that's a little bit different that you're not really used to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else fun really happens on this little stretch of land. There's a paved road that takes you all the way to Pine Wash. And while the city of Pine Wash itself is on a cliff, closer to a cliff edge, it's not really a coastal city because of that cliff edge. They don't really have a lot of access to the water, but you are able to kind of see the ocean as you guys start to get a little bit closer. Yeah, and as you do get a little bit closer, you are able to see this small little city, kind of hodgepodge together. next to it is this expansive forest. It's not as big and dense as the one in Fleur, but it is like sort of viably a forest, and you can't really see into it. You kind of look when you like are looking at it from afar, it looks like it goes on forever, even though you know it does not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and along the pathway, there is a statue actually right outside the city. This statue is very different than the other statues you kind of came in contact with. Most of them are either standing or like are standing in more like a set position, whereas this statue is like kind of sitting. It's fully sitting down. It's sitting crisscrossed. Its hands are kind of leaned back, and it's kind of like looking up at the sky, kind of like it's relaxing.
Yeah, it's just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
It's just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
And specifically, this is the first statue that you've seen that is a little bit more masculine leaning.
Nice.
What's up, dude?
They're just vibing.
Oh my
The
God,
way
can I-
Henry's face lights up every time you say statue.
Really
Just
good.
The
I-
autistic
Pure
man just
joy.
possesses me.
Yeah.
Can I climb it?
Okay. So you are on the path to Pine Wash right now. I would say
Simmon's
like
not on the path to Pine Wash anymore. He's off the
okay,
cart.
so
He's
you
going to the
started
statue.
to go to the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Babe,
Simmons!
Statue!
The
I can't
statue.
do this every time.
You
Oh.
start heading. You start going from. You hop off the cart.
If I have to.
I'll ask your friends then. Are you gonna shift the cart to go towards the statue, or let him just?
Simmon looks like he's ready to jump off the cart.
Oh, okay.
Babe.
God,
We
statue!
can go towards the statue. We do have to go do the things we need to do.
I know we'll go do the things that we have to.
Yeah,
Why
yes,
don't why
yes.
don't we hit the statue on the way back?
It's right there.
What was that?
It's right there. It's right there. It's nighttime anyways. What are we gonna do in nighttime? We just 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Is it nighttime?
Yeah, it took the whole day for you. to
Oh,
travel.
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. No, you're
Um,
good.
We could go see it really quick before we go get some sleep.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, I promise.
I only give you this time limit because I don't want you out there all night.
Otherwise, I will be out there all the time. Oh, I know.
Yeah, you guys shift the cart. It's a little bit more bumpy when you're not on the road, but it does fine. You actually notice that like you couldn't really see it from the path, but as you like kind of get closer to the statue, you see that there is like a river that kind of runs through the city itself and kind of goes towards the edge of the cliff face and kind of does a waterfall over the side. But you see that river that runs is like kind of not perpendicular, parallel to where the statue is sitting. Yeah,
Do you know
as
who this statue is of?
it's just a masculine leaning figure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can
Simmon. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, can I do a religion check?
Yes, you
See
can.
if it looks like anyone. 11.
Not ringing any bells.
It's just a guy.
I do a religion check.
Go for it.
8.
Mhm.
Not ringing any bells. No.
And
gonna say,
I
I
do a
think-
religion check.
Yeah,
Go for
cleric.
No, it fell on the ground. 2.
What's a god? Yeah, as you kind of approach this, they are definitely a little bit on the smaller side. They're bigger than the one that was in Amastheria, but they're nowhere near the size that was in Fleur.
Mhm.
As you like get to it, like their like thigh area is like a good like 20 feet tall. Yeah, it's not huge, in comparison to the one in Renaissance, but it is still huge.
Big statue.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Can I look anywhere for like a well, I have the blueprint of how they're made. Do they normally have like a door or a hatch to get to the inside?
Did I tell you specifically which one the blueprint was for?
You did not.
All right, let me roll something real quick. On the blueprints that you have, it looks like there are entry points and exit points on the soles of the feet, the mouth, and the palms.
Like hand-footed mouth things.
I hate you.
What?
I'm leaving the podcast.
You just say things with your mouth.
I do just say things with my mouth. Okay, he's sitting. The feet are accessible. Can I get in his feet?
You can go up and do a check to see if you can open it.
I would love to do that. Investigation, I presume?
Yes.
Come on, baby. Let me in. Fuck. 12.
It doesn't seem like there's really
I-
much of anything to really open from there.
I was gonna say, can I help out with this? But
You can
I
sure
can roll.
You can roll to see.
What kind of roll would this be?
Perception, not perception. Investigation.
Oh, I got really excited. I'm really good at perception. Can I get myself bardic inspiration as well?
To specialize.
If you want.
Look,
Damn it.
look with your special eyes.
My brand!
That's
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you all.
I love you very
you.
dearly.
That's gonna be a 23.
Oh, Jesus! Let us in, Mac. Let us in.
You aren't really seeing much, and you look back at the blueprints that Simmon has, and you're kind of looking them over, and you're like, maybe this one is not built the same, because this looks like a blueprint for a more feminine statue, so they're probably built different.
Yeah, I don't think they're built the same here.
Oh, cool. All right, well that's good to know. This isn't like a universal key. It's the blueprints for one fixed statue. That is good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Simmons.
Can I take a selfie and
You-
send it to
Yes, you can take a
I take
selfie
a
and send it to her.
Mhm.
You like go to take the selfie, and there's like, do you want me to like lift you so you can like get in the lap?
Yes! Oh my goodness! That would be amazing!
Yeah, and you both are pretty tall. You're still gonna have to try and hoist yourself up.
I can
But-
hoist myself. I'm strong.
Yeah, make a strength check.
18.
Is it with advantage because Luna's helping?
Yeah, it can be with advantage, but I don't think you're gonna need it. You can roll it.
Jeez. Okay. 21. 22.
Damn.
Yeah, you get hoisted up on there.
I'm all up in there.
This is like one of the first times you've actually been able to like feel the statues, because you felt the outside of the worm, but you didn't feel a statue. They
Yeah.
are very similar materials.
Mhm.
Except this one kind of, instead of like the smoothness that the worm had, this has like an exterior that's almost sandpapery. Like nothing that's like bad to touch, but you can like feel the roughness.
Yeah, it's been
That's
in the
it.
elements. She's weathered. He's weathered. They're weathered. It's been weathered. Erosion.
Erosion.
What are the statue's pronouns?
Statue.
I love that.
The statue is weathered and thus well. Like the hands
I
of
will-
a
I will
gentle
say
cowboy.
you- I will also say, you know that this material does not rust or weather.
Ah, so he's just built like that.
Yes. As seen by the statue that you saw in Fleur that had
Yeah.
no
Oh yeah.
rust.
Yeah, maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe He's bored with it.
Yeah, you get a picture up there,
Mhm.
and then Luna does wait with her arms ready to catch you if you want to jump down.
Mhm.
Ah!
Can I do like one last investigation check to see if there's any entrance from the lab?
Sure.
I'm gonna go in
25.
go in through the crotch.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but thank you
Well,
for saying
There
it
is
for me.
no
I was-
entryway in the crotch. From the lab. Huh. You don't see an entryway. From this
However-
from this angle, you are able to kind of see it up close in a way that you haven't seen before, and it looks like on the chest area, it looks like the like two like plates that make up the pec area of this. It looks like those could open, but you don't think there's any way to open it from the outside.
You're saying he has a titty window?
He has a titty window, but you can't. You probably cannot access it from the outside.
He's just like Algernon.
Just
Like algae for real.
Yeah.
I take a picture and then like in the little photo editing app I circled the titty window and then I send it to Urban and I say titty window. No other context.
You get back. Question mark.
And there's entrance in the booba. He's built different from the fellow that we have blueprint of.
This makes so much more sense than just a picture of really close up what I thought was porcelain, but now I realize is one of the statues' tits.
Yeah, I'm on one of the statues. What,
That's
where are we in?
wonderful. You are right outside of Pine Wash.
We're in Pine Wall. Smiley face. I hope you're doing well. I remember the creature thing.
You get back. Ah. Quite unfortunate, isn't it?
It really is, but you're real strong, and I love that you're not giving up, even though you're a man-made man.
Suck ass, Henry.
Ally, sorry. He doesn't say that.
A man-made man is just when a T for T couple have a baby. Because they were birthed by a man.
Mhm.
That's really good. I love
That's
that.
really good.
Thank
That's
you!
really good.
You get
Algernon just had trans parents.
well, yeah.
Yeah! Love wins!
Love wins.
Love wins.
But yeah, you get yeah, next time you have a moment, I would like you to help me pick my brain again now that you remember.
Absolutely, totally. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji.
Thumbs up.
Alright, I'll get off the statue. I realize that I've been totally distracted and I go, oh, sorry, and I hop the statue into Luna's waiting arms.
Yeah, let's see how well she does. She does amazingly because she's so
Of
strong.
course she does.
She is, of course she does.
Yeah, she's able to like kind of move with you as like you jump, so like she can like that's like a full turn so that the momentum continues, but you don't
I love
take
this.
any damage.
I love and appreciate her. Thank you kindly.
Yeah, and she kind of like
Woo!
shifts her arm so you like
Uh-huh.
slide out.
I slide on out.
You're welcome. Town?
Yes, town. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're having fun up there. And you guys roll up to town in your little cart. There's a place to park it. Yeah, you like it's a little hodgepodge little area. There's a lot of like small storefronts. And you see like there's a few like docks on the edge of the town that kind of go over the like the river, so for like fishing or other stuff along that river. You also see that, give me one second, there looks to be like a specific like tent enclosure, like a little bit like right outside the city, a little bit closer to the forest. And it has the what's the fucking word for it? Like sigil of the royal houses in Emisteria. Yeah, it's like a small little encampment. It doesn't look too bustling. There is a few like people going in between tents, but it is a rather small area.
Is that where we're supposed to check in with people, maybe? Okay,
Probably.
cool. We go over there.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys make your way over there, and you're able to actually see there is this. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you see this shorter. You see them from the back. It's this shorter, war-forged individual who looks like they're made out of like terracotta, and they actually have a head that's kind of has like a little point at the top, kind of like a pot, and then you see like they have flowers like growing from it as their hair.
Oh my god.
That's so
And-
cute.
They're wearing like kind of these like overalls. They're not wearing anything else, just the overalls.
Help, I'm in love. I'm in love. This is my best friend.
Yeah, and yeah, the like flowers and ivy that is her hair is like down to her waist. It's actually like pulled back in a little
Whoa.
ponytail, but it still goes all the way down. And she kind of hears you approach, and she'll turn around and be like, "Oh, hi. Are you the ones that just got sent from Amiseria proper?"
Oh, yes, we are.
Wonderful, wonderful. My name's Clayton. I'm kind of me and Lucius are kind of running this place while Miss Olivia has gone missing. We need to
Oh.
fill you in with a good amount. Let me go get him if you want to. And she points to like a little tent that looks like it's more residential. She kind of like points to it. It's like, if you guys want to like put your stuff in there, and then we can kind of do a whole like rundown of the situation in the research tent.
Cool.
Yeah,
That
we'll-
works for me.
We can do that. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. See you then. And they kind of like brush some dirt off their hands. You don't know where it came from, and then they walk in the direction of what you assume is the research tent.
Oh no. Hey guys. Oh no. I don't like that people are just going missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not great, but
Um,
hopefully we'll find.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And you guys make your way to the little tents. It looks like it's kind of more of like a barracks that has like bunk beds set up. There's four bunk beds, not 4 bunk beds, but 4 beds, 2 bunk beds set up for you guys. Yeah. And Luna's like, I'll take the top over here then, if you're gonna take that one. Yeah. And you guys kind of just put all your stuff down.
Yeah.
If we're heading back to the research tent, once you enter the research tent, it is much more. There's more lighting in the research tent, like the little housing cot. Mostly just has like lanterns that you can turn like on and off for reading if you want to do that. But this has like a giant like a bunch of like floating orbs of light above, almost like dancing lights throughout. And you see like there's a handful of like workstations. It looks like there are 4. And you see that there is this older elven man sitting at one of them. He has like these like tiny little glasses on the edge of his nose, and he has like a lot of like gemstone lined like glasses chains around his neck. You see that like, he isn't writing anything with his hands, but instead he has a mage hand writing for him.
Incredible.
He's in the middle of having a conversation with Clayton when you guys walk in, and they kind of like stop to kind of look at you guys.
I wave
and
at them.
yeah, he waves with his mage hand. Yeah, like you can tell he's also like an older elven gentleman because even though he's elven, you can see wrinkles.
Oh man.
And his hair is fully silver. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What kind of elf is he?
A what?
What kind of elf? What kind of elf is he?
He looks to be a sun elf.
Ooh.
Yeah, his skin is a little golden.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So he waves and moves to stand. He has like a little cane at his station that he helps him get up with.
Ability king.
Yeah.
Mac, we're gonna fuck this old man.
Please.
My weakness, old man.
Please, he's just a guy.
Mac,
That
we're gonna
just
fuck
makes
this
him
old
more
man and there's nothing you
flexible.
can do about it.
Yeah.
He's a hot old guy. If you don't want us to fuck the old men, stop making hot old men.
Literally.
You
I,
can,
Elliot,
Not
don't
that
trust
hard.
him. I, Algernon, want to fuck this old man.
you can also
Celeste trusts him. She thinks he's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, you guys can like also like note that he seems to have tremors as well, and that's probably why he's using his mage hand to write and do all of that stuff.
Oh, that's so smart.
I love him.
Ability
Yeah.
king.
Yeah, and he smiles to you all, and is like, "We probably want to get down to business right away, right?"
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, boss.
All right. And you see, he kind of like adjusts his glasses a little bit with his mage hand, and starts heading over to the biggest desk that's kind of in like the back of the tent. And as you get there, you notice like they lead you to her desk. You see like it is both neat and cluttered at the same time. Like everything looks like it's all thrown about, but you can like tell that like the things that are thrown about are thrown in specific areas. Like they all kind of look like they are one thing.
I understand completely.
Yeah, and Clayton kind of moves to the side to like grab a folder that seems to be important. And she starts explaining, and she's like, "So, Olivia got here around a year and a half ago. She got recruited by the House of Opal to do some research into the forest, the inverted wilds. That's like right that way. You know that. I don't need to explain that. Sorry.
Okay, you're doing great.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of. No, we'll get there. And you see, like, as like they're frantically like waving their hands around, like we'll get there. You see, like you didn't notice at first, but it looks like, you know how in like strawberry pots they have like the kind of like pockets on the side of the pot where like strawberries grow out of. It looks like she has some of like those, and like you can see like a little bit of dirt like coming out as she like expresses.
She's so freaking cute.
I want
Yeah, I
to
love
put her in
her
my
too.
pocket.
She's so #girl to me. Anyway, yeah, and she's like, because we've been doing a little bit more research into the inverted wilds because it's one of the only places on the prime material plane that is not involved with the rest of the planar verse. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pure.
Yeah, it's not on any of the ley lines. It's pretty much has like very concentrated magic in it that's very specific to the prime material plane. I don't know how well you guys know this, but Magix tends to come here sometimes. Supposedly, we've never seen him, but that's said to why it's like that. There is anyway. We were here researching that, and we've kind of been like researching it for 10 years, but she just got here a year ago because things have been a little bit weird because it's not supposed to be touched by other planes, but then we were getting weird magics readings from it, and we were like, that's not supposed to be there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Olivia is a very smart wizard. She's very adept with divination magics. So we wanted her to go in to see, like, well, come here to do some more research, and then go in if that was plausible, to, you know, see if what we were reading on our monitors, and she kind of gestures to a machine that's behind you, is coming out correct or not. The problem is she left the outpost 3 months ago. She told us that there was a reading deep within the forest she needed to confirm. She brought along her research assistant, and they're not back.
3 months?
3 months.
Did you send anyone out after her?
Well, here's the problem. We only have so much equipment that is available to go into the forest for long stretches of time. And they have it. If you go into the forest for more than 10 days without proper materials, you will probably die.
Challenge accepted.
Oh,
Well-
no, Simmons, no.
I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry. My therapist that I haven't talked to yet, but all my friends said that I need to says that I shouldn't be thinking like that. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to die.
Good job, Simmon.
She does not laugh at you, but God does. Yeah. Well, like, obviously we haven't tested it, and we don't want to test it. But with how much concentrated magic and prime material plane only that is over there, our bodies aren't used to that, so it's kind of like toxic to be in there for too long, and we don't want to risk it.
Right.
And because they have what they have, they should be fine in there. We know where they might be. And she kind of glances to Lucius, who pulls out from her like one of the drawers in her desk this little monitor, and he hands it to you, Simmon, and he's like, this tracker of sorts basically will show you where the destructive plane of magics in the forest are, and you know, the source of the disturbance is where Olivia went, so it is highly likely that that is where they are if they're still in there. They have specific things on them. If you are able to use you know, other magics like locate object or creature, that would also be great.
Those spells.
That's wonderful. I would definitely prepare those for tomorrow before you go in. Yeah, you are free to look through all of her research. She has a lot here. It's not just on the you know, the forest itself. This packet has the forest stuff, and he gestures back to Clayton, who has the folder, and it's like, the rest of it, if you think it will be of help, you're free to look through it. I don't really know what half of it's about, because there's a lot of other things that I don't specialize in. I specialize in plants.
Henry's nutting. Mac had to make a plant, bitch.
I did have to make a plant, bitch. Yeah.
Mac hasn't seen Annihilation, but Mac makes Annihilation, and Mac makes a plant, bitch.
So if you have any questions for me or Clayton, we will try our best. But Olivia was heading this research specifically for the disturbances. So we don't have a lot of knowledge. All we really know is that we have been getting these disturbances steadily and more increasingly over the past 10 years.
Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad that makes sense to you. It does not make any sense to us.
Okay, so if we got some background in planar anomalies.
I figured as much, considering that they sent you here.
Okay, so 20 years ago is when the Shadowpus started poking around, and then 15 years ago is when the Hawks started connection. Now we have a new timeline, which is years ago. This place starts being weird. And by any
years
chance,
ago is also when the Fae stuff started.
Okay, so this is your fault. I'm kidding.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Algernon, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault. I cannot emphasize that
We'll
enough.
see.
Probably.
I think I really do think looking through her research will help you a bunch. It's
I'm
more
absolutely gonna do that. By any chance, could I look at that machine that you got there and see what readings you have, or is that in her?
Which one? The one behind you? It just takes daily readings of the planar energies within the forest itself.
I want to look at it.
Yeah.
What kind of energy is there? What kind of energy?
It looks like there is a steady amount of all of them kind of in there. But the ones that he actually like kind of like points, he like flips through like a binder of charts and readings they had over the past like few months. And he pulls open the one that started about 5 months ago, before they went out, and it looks like the Shadowfell energy, the Hell energy, and the Fae energy started increasing more than the others.
Oh damn! Is this our fault?
He's giving those beans.
Oh damn! Oh damn, guys!
You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans.
Without those beans, there'd have been no stalker to get up to the giant in the first place.
Wait a minute.
He also hands you the binder if you would like to just look through it more.
Yeah, this is just how I'm gonna spend my evening, and Algernon's probably gonna have to drag me to bed.
Yeah, are you gonna start looking through her notes as well?
Yeah, I'm
also gonna look through her notes.
Yeah, they told you she was a divination wizard, but from her notes you also can glean that she is a planar scholar as well.
That's my sister. If I had a nickel for every sister who got hired by the Amasteria government that was also a planar scholar, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's fucking weird that it happened twice.
The planes be doing shit.
Planes do be doing shit.
Yeah, you see, like, she has a, like, also on her desk specifically, she has, like, a copy of the ones that Lucius was telling you about. That's just kind of has a few, like, scribbled down notes. They don't really say anything specific that you can't glean from the chart. And they're all of her notes also seem to be dated. The first thing you notice is that there is a there is a little framed picture on her desk of the family. It's different than the one that is hanging in the house because that one it magically updates as people change. So this one is an older picture. You see that Algernon isn't actually present, in this one, but it looks like she has taped a cutout from a newspaper clipping into the background of the photo.
Oh my god! Is it like a young algae?
It looks to be a more fancy algae.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Oh, you look like a
Probably.
little pork.
Probably from his performance days. She
Mhm.
got it from a newspaper.
Weeping and fucking sobbing.
Yeah. If you look through the forest specific research, there's a lot of just like heavy academic texts of like about like what they were telling you about like the toxicity of the area if you're in it for too long. It's almost like if you go into a radiation zone for too long. Like it's just not good for you. Like you can do it, it's just highly advised otherwise.
You'll just be waking up to ash and dust.
Yeah.
Like
hate
your
you.
brown, I swear.
Anyway, Mythalon falls right now. Anyway, yeah, you kind of get that. You also get like a few notes about like how that also has an effect on the forest, and like that leads to like weird evolution that's not really anywhere else in the plane, but it's quite interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much like the research specific for the forest. As you're like rifling through her papers, you also notice like there is an increasing, like compared to everything else, it looks like she's very focused in on the Feywild, specifically on a research around a Fey named Omzi.
I would, of course, I would love to read more on that. That name doesn't sound familiar to me.
Well, as you read more on this, it becomes a little familiar as you read more on this archfey who loves to mess with the primaterial plane, and gets most of his powers from making deals with mortals and then exploiting those deals. And his theme is card suits.
Ah, poo. I said it out loud as I'm reading.
Up.
She was looking into your Fae friend, and she might be missing, and she doesn't know that he's dead. That's a shame.
Oh no.
Oh, great. Remember when we were joking that it wasn't my fault?
Yeah.
You actually also see a few documents within that specific folder,
Oh, no.
because you're like, it's your friend, and then you see pictures of Algernon while he's on tour.
Oh no!
And you see like a really grainy picture of like the back of Algernon's neck where the heart marking is.
What the fuck?
And you also see that there are a few pictures of what looked to be a younger Montgomery. He's not. If you didn't see like the heading say the words Montgomery of this newspaper, you wouldn't notice it was him because it does not look like the man that you met. He has like this like shaggy, like short blue hair. He looks pretty gaunt. When you met him, he looked like he's older, but he's muscular.
This is my Montgomery.
I grew up with this Montgomery.
This is the
You see actually like pretty nice like high quality images of the ace that is on the back of his hand. They look like they are from like the more current Montgomery's hand, because you actually notice like the differences. It's an old man hand, and like the older pictures he's very pale, but in like the picture of the marking, it's like his skin has a little bit more of a glow to it.
He's pregnant. I'm sorry.
Stop.
Hate you.
And you also see there is like firsthand like interviews that she had taken with Mont about this Fae in question.
I think the whole time he's looking at this, Simmon is just making the face of like that empty-eyed, open mouth smiley face emoji. Like that's his face. Just the.
What did you say?
But it isn't my fault. I was giving those mean.
Stop.
Oh
I thought you said an actual thing, not the damn beans. We're gonna have to name this episode Into the Woods Part 2.
Yeah.
Jesus
Is that
Christ.
part one?
Anyway. Yeah, the first time you guys went into the woods.
Oh, I don't remember shit.
You also see
I edited
like it seems like this might not be specific to this research, but it's specific to her research specifically. I just said specific so many times. Anyway,
That's okay.
you see that there are also a handful of other like firsthand accounts of this Fae. And while she doesn't have a conspiracy board, this folder feels like
Yeah,
her
this
own
is a conspiracy folder.
Yeah. You also see that's like kind of as you like going through some of her paperwork through like that's like kind of scattered throughout. You also see that there seems to be a like notebook and a lot of the notebook as like you flip through it looks to be like non-discernible scribbled nonsense. You can't really make out most of it. But you do see that it looks like somehow, probably through her divination, she had caught glimpse of the prophecy that Irvin has given you as you see the lines, city blessed with the wind shall meet the sea. And then underneath that is city blessed by the winds. Is that Mythalon? Question mark. And then there's the rest, a little bit more of the prophecy of celestials shall fall, hell shall rise to meet it. The plains in turmoil arrive like worms digging holes through resting flesh. And she like kind of like circled the like strings weaving through fractures and then the like resting flesh and like all of that, and there's like a few scribbles that they got like scribbled out again, and then at the see as strings weave through it fractures, there's another like underline and just a question mark and then elemental chaos question mark, and then I need to look into the elemental planes written on that page.
Simmon's gonna write that down too.
Yeah.
He's probably just like he screenshots that and sent it to Urban.
The prophecy part?
Yeah, the prophecy part and her notes, especially the part about the elemental planes.
Yeah. He sends you back a thumbs up. He sends you back a thumbs up and says, I will look into that.
I say thank you. Heart emoji.
Yeah, and like that's basically the big rundown of pretty much everything you got. There's not a lot more specifics that will be useful for you about the forest. Just kind of like a lot of like daily journal of like this plant was like this today, this animal was like this today. Like a lot of just like field research notes. and that's what you get from her little station. You probably the time you like wrap up, it's probably like close to midnight when you're like, all right, I think I've read everything.
Simmon thinks, oh, it's still early, and then he's.
You look over and Algernon is asleep.
Oh yeah, Celeste is
Celeste and
asleep.
Luna. I feel like Celeste and Luna went back to the thing because they were like, "Do you want to come with us?" And Algernon was like, "No, I'll wait for him." And so
Oh yeah,
they
so
went
we're
Algernon is
back in
like,
the room.
I'll
We're
bring him
asleep.
back at like 10:30, and then is actively like in a chair with a book against his chest, asleep.
yeah,
I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna carry him to bed and
Yeah.
maybe even share is the bed big enough?
I mean, it's a tiny little single. I mean, you can make it work. You don't got wings to worry about anymore.
I don't have any sorry about it.
No, we've all been there. We've all been there trying to share a tiny little college
bed.
bed. We've all been there.
Yeah, yeah. You guys could make it work. Yeah. As you're leaving, you see that Lucius has gone to bed, but Clayton is like plugged into like a charging port and like gives you a wave as you head on out.
I whisper good night and I give a wave with my tail since I have my arms with Alki.
Yeah. Yeah,
He does not wake up.
you're able to get him back. You can pop his prosthetic off so he's comfortable while he sleeps. And yeah, you guys you guys all go to bed for the night, and that is where we'll end it.